Hello, this is Carl Weatherspoon. What I'm about to tell you is actually one of the most incredible finds of this century. Here, on this remote island, in the depths of Canada, we've come across something rather spectacular, unusual. It turns out this may be the key to longevity, the fountain of youth, so to speak. Here on this island, we've come across two young individuals with quite an amazing story.
The story begins in a remote part of northern Canada along the border of Lake Superior. Jason and Penelope Fetbottom grew up in this small cabin made simply of logs. Here's one of the earliest known photos of Jason and Penelope with their mother and father in one of their happier moments. The year was 1942. Unfortunately, things took a turn for the worst as their mother became an alcoholic. Their father was called off to war and he was assigned to a naval ship that unfortunately was the target of a Japanese torpedo, killing everybody aboard. With a dead father and an alcoholic mother, they quickly turned to a life of crime, moving to the big city, primarily San Francisco, where they organized a racketeering, profiteering, robbing, stealing phone operation. The girl was the head and leader, and soon, before they knew it, they had lots of money and were having quite a good time spending it and living freely. But things went bad quickly. Very bad. And of course, their reign of terror came to an end, and they were thrown into the slammer. Alcatraz, to be precise. The Rock. How they actually escaped, no one knows, though there have been many theories, most involving water and a floating device of some sort. It turned out that a great part of their youth was spent developing boating skills, canoeing, kayaking, and spending time with their dog. Their mother, Marjorie, refused to be interviewed but had this to say.
We always knew they'd be found on the lake somewhere. We told the authorities to look there. They were rotten kids anyways. Drove us to drink, eh?
An extensive search party was formed, and the shores and all parts of the lake were scoured thoroughly. But, alas, they were never found. A memorial was set up in their honor, and their pet wolf dog spent the rest of his lonely days in mourning. Over the years, a number of theories as to their whereabouts have been suggested, and of course there were the mysterious sightings of 1973, but they have never been found. That is, until recently, using modern technology, satellite data, computer imaging, and historic data regarding the tides, currents, and winds of that fateful day in the 1950s, we were able to recreate the exact pathway, so to speak, that they would have taken on the journey around the world, finally reaching their destination. Leading me on my journey here by boat, the island at first seems very remote and actually deserted. But upon further inspection, there clearly are signs that it is inhabited. And this, of course, led me to the children.
So how long is it that you actually think that you've been here?
Well, the snow has passed 30 times.
Right, snow passing. Who's this young man next to you? Do you remember when you guys arrived here at the island?
I don't remember
No.
much.
How long ago was it?
Well,
I don't really know.
about
Do you know that 2 children were said missing in this area 35 years ago? And they had the names of Jason and Penelope. What are your names?
Jason and Penelope?
Jason's a rather unusual name for a girl, isn't it? Penelope, what do you think?
He's Jason.
What have you been eating on the island?
We eat all the berries and fruits and nuts.
And
The fish are delicious.
yeah.
We call them spotted fish.
And we
How do you...
sometimes creatures come on the island and we eat those.
What type of creatures?
Well, there's these about this size,
Yeah.
furry, brown,
Yeah, and
with whackers. Their whackers are huge. Their tails.
Of course, she was referring to the beaver of Canada. Very common in these parts, and actually quite tasty if you are hungry.
So, who does who catches the fish and who catches these brown things? We call those beavers, by the way. Beavers.
Beaver.
Beaver, right.
Beaver.
We find it rather unusual that you don't look older than you guys do. Now, looking at your brother, has he changed at all in the last 35 years?
Changed? No,
Like,
we have the same clothes. We don't have any other clothes.
how about his appearance? Has it changed at all?
No. Gradually.
Jason, do you know what it means to grow old?
no.
Well, apparently, you two, by living on this island for the last 35 years, have managed to stay young-looking. We think that's rather incredible. Do you know what that means?
No.
Are you young looking?
I'm rather old, actually. We'd like to try to figure out exactly how it has happened that you two young individuals have managed to live 35 years without aging one bit.
What does live mean?
What
Live?
does age mean?
Right. Very good questions. All right. Well, let's just go through what you do on an average day and see if we can figure this out.
Yeah. So my brother does all the fishing. Those are bad fish, though. You don't eat them. No protein. No meat. You want to get the big fish. The fish that bite. But they don't bite us.
Well,
And then-
we're professionals.
Interestingly, the island is covered with strange objects, seemingly not man-made. How they came to have been here, no one really knows.
And what exactly is this, then?
We don't really know.
Well, we bow to it 3 times a day. Overtake me. Overtake me, rock pile.
Obviously, they've been separated from society for quite some time.